What's up YouTube, it's your boy Sans here, and welcome back to another Pokemon deck profile here on the channel. It's been quite a while, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since we did our last deck profile, and the last one that we did was Lapras Water Box, a variant that wasn't that great. Of course, we'll be going over that and the changes that Guardians Rising brings Lapras Water Box. But today, guys, I wanted to make sure I brought this deck profile to you guys. I've pretty much went through everything, tested different versions. This is probably the best version that I can come up with, and I want to make sure you guys saw it here first before you guys went on Thursday and watched the shitty version of it. But let's get started. So to start things off, we have 4 copies of Phantom. So the attacks, to be honest with you, it's not that great. There's nothing really special about Phantom. It does destroy the expanded format though, that's for sure. But this is going to be our top guy, Trevenant. With the attack Poltergeist, your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 30 damage for each trainer card you find there. So, of course, this comboing off with other cards in the deck can make for a very heavy hitter. Then, some variants played only 1 of this. I play 3. Trevenant Break, and it's going to be for that Silent Fear for 1 Psychic, 1 colorless. It spreads 30 damage to every Pokemon your opponent has. People are like, oh, why are you going to play the Psychic? You don't really need it. It's something added to the deck, to be honest with you. It gives Trevenant more HP, and then it actually opens up for the weakness on stuff like Mewtwo and stuff like that. Then we pair it up with Vileplume. So we start off with 2 Oddish that do nothing to us, 2 Gloom, of course, that do nothing for us, but it's the Vileplume that does everything for us with Irritating Pollen. Each player can't play any items from his or her hand. So that is going to be what's going to make Trevenant, his attacks, so powerful. If your opponent can't play any items from their hand, they're just stuck there. And we play 2 copies of Shaman EX with the setup ability. Of course, you want to consistently get out Vileplume first turn, Trevenant first turn, and of course, there's plenty of cards in this deck that are going to help us do that. And then we play 1 copy of Tapu Lele GX, of course, with the Wonder Attack ability. Once it plays on your bench, you can search your deck for a supporter added to your hand. Energy Drive is not that bad either. That does, it's basically X-Ball, Arrow Ball if you guys have been playing recently. And then Tapu Cure GX for a Psychic. You basically heal 2 Pokemon from your bench, which is amazing, especially for those Psychics that we actually play in the deck. That's it for our Pokemon count. Then we go into our supporters. We play 4 copies of Professor Sycamore. Of course, you discard your hand, you draw 7 cards. You want to get through your deck as fast as possible to make sure that you have everything that you absolutely need to start setting up Vileplume, Trevenant, and stuff like that. 3 copies of N. Of course, once we get Vileplume locked, because it locks us too. N's probably going to help us dig for supporters that we need and stuff like that, or Pokemon potentially. Then we play 3 copies of Lysander. Of course, you switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. Usually a lot of people play 2. I decided to go with 3 just because Trevenant's going to start knocking everything out. People are going to start setting things up in the bench, and that's where we're going to start hitting. So to be consistent with the deck, we play 4 copies of Trainer's Mail. You look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you grab a trainer card that you find in there and add it to your hand. You can't add Trainer's Mail though, but you can potentially add some of these other cards. 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Of course, you discard 2 cards, you search your deck for a Pokemon, and go ahead and add it into your hand. So of course, you can search literally everything. Then we play 3 copies of Level Ball. You search for your deck for a Pokemon that has 90 or less HP. This is going to be searching out the Glooms, the Oddishes, and the Phantoms, just in case if you didn't start off with those. Now this is where it gets tricky. Some people don't even play this card, but it's going to help out with numbers. We play 3 copies of Choice Band. The attack of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more to your opponent's GX or EX Pokemon. Then we play 3 copies of Floatstone. Maybe we might not even get the Floatstone on the Vileplume, or maybe we'll get it like on a Gloom and can't get the Vileplume, and the Field Blower it away. playing 3 copies of Floodstone is very, very helpful for this deck. Then we play 2 copies of Revitalizer. Of course, the deck besides the Trevenant, Shaman, and the Tapu Lele are all grass. Sometimes you have to discard them to make the plays keep going. Revitalizer is going to be there to make sure you get those cards back from the discard pile. Then for our stadium, of course, we play 4 copies of Forest of the Giant Plants. And of course, each player's grass Pokemon can evolve during his or her first turn. And it's pretty amazing. It's going to make sure you get that Vileplume first turn, the Trevenant start hitting first turn. But of course, we need to actually have the energy to hit with Trevenant. 4 copies of double colorless energy, that's all it requires. Tapu Lele, Sky Return on Shaman, you know, this is good for any of the Pokemon in the deck, except Vileplume, to be honest. Vileplume's not going to be our hitter. And then we play 3 copies of Psychic Energy. Of course, that helps out with our Trevenant plays, also helps out with Tapu Cure. Sometimes we have to physically just 1 energy at a time attach it to our Pokemon, so the Psychic Energy is not bad either. And especially since the attacks are all colorless. But guys, it looks like that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comment section below some changes. I'll let you guys know some changes that I have ideas for in the comment section below. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll catch you guys next time for some more Pokemon videos here on the channel. Peace!